ahead. Now it's recording.
You guys are in.
So
You
yes,
good?
yes.
Okay.
So are we gonna pick up
All right.
on the last one?
I think we can go there. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll go into interviewing here. Because I don't know how long this gig card is. This is only a gig, so this may conk out to a gig when it comes to filming. It may conk out early. So go ahead. So we were picking. We were talking about gay marriages, right?
The stopwatch. Hold on, I'm trying to stopwatch.
Yeah, we're talking about gay marriage.
We'll make this a part 2 of it. Cause
And what was the other thing there?
gay marriages?
Dating in LA.
Dating in LA and eating after each other.
So we're gonna do all of it in this one?
Yeah, we go ahead.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back to our old ways. You know how I get with this camera. It's conking out on me and these gear cards running out. I can't wait till I get a, 30,000.
We need white people on staff.
Anyway, so we're here. We're going to do part 2 of picking up on gay marriages. And we were talking about how they like to make a mockery somewhat of our community.
Yeah.
They love putting the clown or the club kid and say, hey, we're celebrating weirdoism, is what I feel. Instead of getting somebody who's very normal to blast on the thing. Now, along with that, let's talk about not only gay marriages, but do we feel like this is something we should still be protesting or picket signing, or is it a real serious issue? Because you said earlier that when the moment these boys get to have their stuff gets leave.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I think that, and I'm sure certain people have thought about it, but when we get into community property and prenuptial agreements and divorce, have we really thought, we're fighting to be married and we should be able to be married, but have we thought about if it doesn't work and we need to be divorced? I mean, how many people are prepared for that side of it?
Now, I will say this. It's probably why my husband back here who's eating on the cereal has probably been out there doing a property rallies with the sign not wanting to pass because he know I'm getting half everything. Right. So, no, I'm kidding. But I will say this. Is it giving a platform for our young gay youth? Because I realize that gay youth have nothing. Like television, they have nothing to look at. It's either real adult and sexual or it's just non-existent. They don't have anything.
I definitely think that it's something that should happen for them, for the sake of them, and even for our generation. I mean, we're not over the hill, but at one point, I wanted it so badly, to be married and to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point now where if I do, great. If I don't, I'm okay with it.
Now, are you saying that from a point of view of being a single man, or are you dating someone now?
No, I'm single.
Okay. So I think that does have a change when you are dating somebody and you see that, okay, now I'm almost in year 5 and it means nothing.
But see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have not experienced a relationship longer than about 2 years.
Okay.
So I don't need to be married for just 2 years. If I get married, I want it
longevity.
to be, I want longevity.
Yeah.
And I think those are things that we in our community need to focus on more so than trying to get married. Because I don't really have examples of long-term relationships.
And that's where I differ. I actually have several people with 15-year, 20-year. In fact, we're going to have them on the couch who've been in relationships. It's not a lot, but I will say I do have that example. And I want to use this couch as a platform to really show that. Let's talk about when you're dating people. I guess we call it eating after each other. It's like you meet somebody, they're kind of cool, but let's just say it didn't work out between me and that person, but you think they're cute. Is it okay to eat after each other? What is the rule? What's the rule?
Well, I think that it depends on what happened in that relationship, if it even developed to a relationship. I personally went on a date with a guy. This was back in Atlanta.
Okay.
We went out one time. Maybe we went out twice, but we never kissed. It never became sexual.
Okay.
And then years later, I became friends with someone who had moved to Atlanta from New York, and we were all out. And he saw this same guy. I was like, oh my God, is this somebody that one of you have dated?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we went out a couple times, but clearly you can go ahead. But if it's someone that I've had a history with, then that's friendship 101. You shouldn't even be interested in somebody that I've dated.
Okay.
And I would want to be interested in someone that you've dated. Now, I do think in the instance that I just explained where I went out with a guy a couple times, I think sometimes we can be bridges to people, for people.
Right. Okay.
So in that instance, I think it's great. But
because I would say all my friends who are single are pretty well-to-do good people, and they look for good quality people. I've actually had people who are interested in dating me, and y'all know I'm married, but they want the interest. I'm like, hey, let me boot you off to a couple of one of my friends because they are amazing. You can look through my window, but you can actually taste their visits.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's what you do. And I guess along with that too, let's go back to the teen generation. I had somebody who wrote into me and told me that their son, who is 13 years old, is on Craigslist. But that's his social way of finding people.
He's on Craigslist.
He's on Craigslist.
Buying something?
Well, see, hopefully. But the mother told me that he was on Craigslist doing some kind of some risque things on Craigslist. But that's his way of meeting people because in where he lives at, they don't have a social gay club for kids. Should we have a gay club for kids?
Well, what I think we need is examples for kids. I think we need more television shows, books, movies.
Okay for gay dating, like letting two gay kids go to the movies. Because you know, with heterosexuals, we let them go to the movies.
Absolutely, I think so. I mean, but that's going to take a progressive, forward-thinking parent. Okay. But I think that we need to have more examples of our relationships working.
Yeah.
Because what we see in television,
gay equals sex.
Gay equals sex. But then we also, what we're being fed is that gay relationships work, but when they're white, with white couples, exactly. Or it might be a interracial couple.
Right.
But we need to see
right.
We need to see our relationships work, right. And I think that would model for us that it's possible. It's the same thing that happened with the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
When that show hit the airwaves, black people were saying that black people didn't live like that. They were middle class and they didn't live like that in New York and blah blah blah. Yeah. When you look at television now, every television show, the people are middle class or they're wealthy. Yeah. But the Cosby Show did that. They programmed us. Okay. So the same thing is needed for.
So we need a black gay program. Family.
Absolutely. And then here's the thing. I think with young gay boys, the only inroad.
I think our camera stopped.
I was about to get heated too.
Okay, that's all.
What about with the?
We got the iPad on, so I can go ahead and start with that. So
I think with young gay boys, I think the only inroad to gay life for many is through the club and through the internet. Okay. Whether it's Craigslist, Adam for Adam, Men for Men, whatever the sites are.
Yes.
And I think that my generation, need to reach back to those that are younger than me. The generations that came before me should reach back to me and say, look, that's not all there is to being gay. Sex isn't all there is to being gay. And I think that if we start to take some of these younger people under our wings, instead of just allowing them to be at their own discretion on the internet or going to the nightclub and discovering this stuff on their own without really kind of schooling them, then it can really help them navigate around some of these pitfalls.
But I guess what makes that a challenge is that a lot of the gay teens are in the clubs or going that way have been ostracized from families. So they already have a wild existence, or if the ones who want to coddle are so locked into Christian households or families that don't want them to be associated with anything about it, that they end up sneaking to do it. It's almost like saying you can't drink at home, so they sneak out to the bar.
Right, but it's the same way that they discover the house system.
Yes, we need to talk about that.
Absolutely. So that it's the same way they discover that. They could discover me, or they could discover you. I had a blog that I was writing, and I would talk about a lot of the stories or a lot of my own experiences, with Adam for Adam, because I thought that was the only way to meet people at one point. Yeah. And there's so many young boys that's 14 or 16, and that's pretty much why I wrote A Day in the Life. And that's why I want to turn it into a television series, because I think that they need examples and they need to know that there are progressive black gay men out there who aren't just about being fabulous and just about going to the club.
And also progressive adult black gay men who aren't just about trying to manipulate young kids and trying to
have sex with
them. Right. All right, so this is our show, The Couch. I'm so sorry we have to switch gears now. We're on the iPad talking. We've been doing some kind of behind the scenes stuff. So you'll get the show kind of any way we give it to you. This is The Couch, I guess, unfabricated, I guess. So it's all good. Thank you for watching. Egypt Thompson.
Craig Stewart.
The Couch. Peace.
You gotta give him a minute to fade out or something.